We're at Paul Forsberg's house at 4059 Chastain Drive in Melbourne. Paul contacted Florida Native Roof, wanted us to come out and inspect the roof for hail damage after speaking with the neighbors. Let's get up on the roof. After speaking with the neighbors, Paul began to realize he's basically surrounded by new roofs here and here from March 27th hailstorm of last year. So I made a lot of notes up on the roof. I want to start going over that right now. First, it might be helpful to know that this is the direction of northeast. That's the direction of the storm. That's probably where you're finding most of the damage. Another thing that I look for when I get up on the roof is called lift up. And we'll talk more about this, but here's a section here like that. On this side of the roof, it's kind of difficult to see with the glare of the sun, but here's indicative hail marks. Oh, it's probably good to preface that I don't work for the insurance company. I'm only here to find conclusive proof that there was hail present and that there was damage, and then the insurance company will be called and set up an appointment that way. Big roof, got to move fast. Oh, so this area here is also prevalent to water damage. So when the water falls off of the top roofs, hits the bottom roofs, it likes to splash up underneath, and that can cause water intrusion as well too. These guys are always problematic. That's called a dead area. It's almost like the engineers who design the house, they get to a certain point and they don't really know what to do, and they go, oh well, let's just put a piece of metal in. So it goes without saying how vitally important it is to do this over correctly with the new roof. We have some damaged shingles. Here's more of the lift up. So basically the lift up, that's caused from storm-driven winds that get up underneath the shingles. Once you lose this bond between the back of the shingle and the roof itself, it's not going to sit back down. It's not going to re-adhere. It's just going to keep flopping around until it eventually breaks off, and that's essentially what's happening. Oh, the other thing I meant to talk about, basically at the gutters where you can see all the granules, is that when you lose the granules on the roof, in every sense of the word, the granules are the sunblock for your roof. So when you lose the granules, all the protective chemicals in the asphalt shingles start to leach out, and the shingles start to become extraordinarily brittle, almost like saltine crackers. And so that, in combination with the high winds, that's where they start breaking off. So pretty much forget about hurricane season. Anything around a tropical storm force wind, these shingles are going to start flying off. Let's go this way. More of the high winds. Nice textbook example of hail impact marks. More of the same. The granules are very slippery when they come off. NP stands for nail pops. More lift up. Same down there. And then on this side as well, this looks like lift up right here. You can see the shadow that the sun is casting off the higher shingles than the other ones. Nail pop there. And then another way to check for hail sometimes is when you look at the metals. Some major damage there. Who knows what that's from? Maybe the wind lifting it up. This is what I would call the protected side. And then this guy probably got some exposure. See here. Okay, so real quick, let's talk about how we're going, when the time comes, how we're going to redo your roof. And forgive my example here. Obviously it's metal, but it's not the top layer that's so important. It's all the layers underneath that make all the difference in the world. So imagine this with me. Bare plywood roof. After we get all these shingles off, we're going to inspect every inch of this bare plywood roof. So just like in the front where the waterfall is, same on the other side. Anything remotely bad we're going to replace. You get approximately 100 square feet of plywood with your new roof installation, so that should cover pretty much everything at no additional charge. Building codes are always being upgraded. The latest greatest code says place a new nail holding your bare plywood roof to the roof trusses every 6 inches. We go every 4 to 5 inches. We're going to double triple the number of nails holding the plywood to the roof trusses, double triple the number of nails. And then really important, we're going to install what's called waterproof barrier. Okay, Once every inch of this bare plywood roof is going to be covered in waterproof barrier. Once this stuff touches wood, you cannot get it off. So in the event that the neighbor's screened enclosure ends up on top of your brand new shingle roof, it's going to damage your roof, but it's not going to allow water inside your house. And then we're going to put your 30-year shingles on top of that. I jokingly tell our customers you can pick whatever color you want, but you literally have no say in the manufacturer. We only use Certainty Landmark Series shingles. It's the best, thickest, heaviest shingle out there for the same price point. So that's just a very wide, brief overview, and I'm gonna get down and talk more with Paul. Thanks.